His Excellency Imran Khan. May I request protocol to escort His Excellency. I have great pleasure in welcoming His Excellency Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and I invite him to address the General Assembly.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. La ilaha illallah, there is no God but one. And we will fight. And when a nuclear armed country fights to the end, it will have consequences far beyond the borders.
والد اسلام کینسر کا مریض ہے جی بات ہے کون ہے بولے اچھا کوئی دھیان رکھیں کوئی چلو مجھے تو ترس آتا دیکھا ہی نہیں جاتا ان کی طرف.
And I present you with the Benson Hedges Prize. Benson Hedges Prize of $50,000. And one more thing. And here, this magnificent Waterford Crystal Trophy. You mustn't drop it.
Thank you very much. So, it is important to understand this. The Prophet lives in our hearts. When he's ridiculed, when he's insulted, it hurts. As we human beings understand one thing: the pain of the heart is far, far, far more hurtful than physical pain. And that's why the Muslims react.
You must be really pleased with the way the side has pulled together in the last few games.
Very much so. We really have been through the fire. We looked like being knocked out. And sadly, to have come back, it's given me the greatest pleasure and satisfaction.
Yeah. I see you got your tiger on again. You want them to play like cornered tigers?
Yes, that's the motto recently, and they've done a great job. They've played like tigers, especially the younger boys. They haven't been overawed by any situation. And if they play like tigers, I don't mind if they win or lose today.
All right. Your last World Cup, you've been a great cricketer and a great ornament to the game. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Of the people in the West didn't understand. This is where, again, Muslim leadership let the Muslims down. We should have explained to them what our Prophet, peace be upon him, means to us. So in 1 minute, I'll try and explain what he means to us. Our Prophet was the witness to the divine book, the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran is the book of guidance for Muslims, and the Prophet's life was living the Quran. He was an example of what the Quran guided us to be. So he is the ideal we all try to get to.
والد اسلام کینسر کا مریض ہے جی بات ہے کون ہے بولے اچھا کوئی دھیان رکھیں کوئی چلو مجھے تو ترس آتا دیکھا ہی نہیں جاتا ان کی طرف.
What makes this particular hospital different from others, such as Mayo, is that here, so they claim, the poor are able to be treated completely free of charge on a first-come, first-served basis. This has not happened in Pakistan before. Even though building work is still in progress, many departments have opened so that patients are already admitted for diagnosis and treatment. The latest scanning equipment is imported from the United States and Europe. The intention is that once these facilities become operational, the revenue they generate will help to subsidize those patients who cannot afford treatment.
So the patient
And the ray comes from here.
comes out from here,
Okay.
yeah, radiation.
And this is, of course, the walls are quite thick, 7 feet thick, I'm told. It's to prevent, huh?
At
Is that
least,
it?
at least that.
At least to prevent radiation leakage.
Prevent.
Okay.
And
We'll
what is
probably
the,
need
the average duration for a treatment for a single dose?
Normally 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It depends on the fields, how many fields we are giving to the patient.
That's right.
How much it cost?
Depending on what options you have on the machine, can cost from $1 to $2 million.
That's pretty good.
And I present you with the Benson Hedges Prize. Benson Hedges Prize of $50,000. And one more thing. Here, this magnificent Waterford crystal trophy. You mustn't drop it.
Thank you very much. But I want them to know that by winning this World Cup, personally, it means that one of my greatest obsessions in life, which is to build a cancer hospital, I'm sure that this World Cup will go a long way towards completion of this obsession. I would also like to say that I feel very proud that at the twilight of my career, finally I managed to win the World Cup. Thank you.
In my country, when my party came to power in the province of KP, we planted 1 billion trees in 5 years. Now we've set ourselves a target of 10 billion trees in Pakistan. Idea being to counter this, the effects of global warming. But one country cannot do anything. This has to be a combined effort of the world. I never understand why. Why do we have these tax havens? Why is this allowed? Why shouldn't rich people pay taxes? Why is it legal to have these tax havens where you have these secret accounts? Because, world is changing. The population of the world is growing. Sooner or later, you're going to have a crisis. If the poor get poorer and the rich get richer, there is going to be a crisis sooner or later. So this is my second point. I hope that the United Nations takes a lead in this. It involves the IMF, the World Bank, Asian Development Bank. They must find a way of stopping this plunder of the developing world. There should be understanding amongst them. But Islamophobia is creating a division. Muslim women wearing hijab, it's become an issue. It's become an issue in some countries. Hijab is some sort of a weapon. A woman can take off her clothes in countries, but she can't put on more clothes. How is this happening? Because of Islamophobia. And how did this Islamophobia start? After 9/11. And why did it start? Because certain Western leaders equated terrorism with Islam. Islamic terrorism. Radical Islam. What is radical Islam? There is only one Islam, and that is the Islam we follow of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is no other Islam. So, it is important to understand this. The Prophet lives in our hearts. When he's ridiculed, when he's insulted, it hurts. As we human know, we human beings understand one thing: the pain of the heart is far, far, far more hurtful than physical pain. And that's why the Muslims react.
میں ہر چیز کے لیے تیار ہوں، لیکن میں یہ ظلم کا نظام برداشت کرنے کے لیے تیار ہوں. آپ کے پاس اب دو راستے ہیں، غلامی کے اور حقیقی آزادی. لا الہ الا اللہ، کوئی نہیں ہے خدا اللہ کے سوا. ہم کسی ظالم کے سامنے اور یہ خوف کے سامنے ہم جھکنے والے نہیں.
I ask myself this question. And my belief is, La ilaha illallah, there is no God but one. And we will fight. And when a nuclear armed country fights to the end, it will have consequences far beyond the borders. It will have consequences for the world, which is why I repeat I'm here. Because I'm warning you, it's not a threat. It's a fair worry that where are we headed? And I've come here to tell the UN, you've got to, this is a test for the United Nations. You are the one who guaranteed the people of Kashmir the right of self-determination. They are suffering because of that. And this is the time. This is the time not to appease like in 1939 appeasement took place. This is the time to take action. And number one action must be that India must lift this inhuman curfew, which has lasted for 55 days. It must free all political prisoners, and especially those 13,000 boys that have been picked up. Parents don't know where they've disappeared. And then the world community must give the people of Kashmir their right of self-determination. Thank you.